Okay, I did a little short, it's just a tiny bit of detail that I wanted to kind of expand on the concept. So here's the snow that happened yesterday. This was at least 4 inches yesterday, so of course snow is melting down to quite a bit of water. We're gonna try not to be shaky, because to get back in the swing of things, I am recording on my phone. River's pretty high. There's no sandbanks, there's no sandbar, there's no sand nothing. It's all underwater. And the roofs let down a lot of water. And here's an example of that. That's at the tail end while it's still a trickle. At least the snow melts in a trickle fashion. It comes and melts and comes and melts many, many times a year, and I have discovered it seems to always snow on Wednesdays. Do you know how annoying that is when you want to ski on the weekend? It's melted by the weekend every time. Just about every time. Just about every time. I get to go like 4 or 5 times a year, I suppose. And then it comes over here. And I readjusted the hose a little bit. I like the little waterfall sound. Something else I noticed is that the crocuses are coming up. Look. This must be getting some solar gain off that black pot, because the other ones over here aren't opening flower color yet. But that one is. And the snowdrops are up and open. Some of them are very open, some of them are only. And you know, they actually flare out when they get the sun on them, and they close up their little faces at night. So let's see if this one over here has got it. Just one is fully open over here. But these were all fully open on the warm day. It's this one right here. Snowdrops and crocuses. So far, the flower heads of a lot of the daffodils are showing as well. Not much else going on out here. It's still pretty dormant. But it's nice to see the signs of spring, since I'd otherwise be so sad that this was all melting. I did notice that my elderberry has buds on it. Trying to walk as smooth as possible. I apologize if this is shaky. Is it over here? Apparently not this elderberry, but this one. See? And then there's my osier dogwood, red osier dogwood. This comes in a cultivar that's yellow now, but I grew these from seed. And one of them got nipped off by a bunny, so I'm kind of hoping that poking the stick in the ground will mean more plants. Because a lot of times those kind of dogwoods and willows will root very easily. So this will be a nice mix. We have one switchgrass, and I want to order some big blue stem, because this is miscanthus's. I want to order some big blue stem. And the thing that I only know called Indian grass, I'd love to learn more names for it. It's the Natanz species. They have all edible seeds. So, and you know what grass seeds are? Do you know? Oh gosh, the lighting. Oh gosh, the lighting. They're rice. Yeah. So that'll be nice. See how big these buds on some of the daffodils are getting? Oh, and there's a really good example of very opened snowdrops. So this is just the front yard right now. Oh, I did not keep up with tidying anything over the winter, did I now? There's so much tidying to be done, it's overwhelming. And this is the Virginiana of Magnolia. You can see it's evergreen. Some of them got a little scorched by the snow coming up around the collar, but... And there's several seedlings that I had every intention of transplanting last year, but I have to this year. These are the native variety of mallow. It's hibiscus is a mallow family. And they like water, so I want to put them along that new pond. Yeah. And then back here's looking good, huh? Everything's still under the snow that came yesterday, except, you know, here and there a little bit not. That's what we're working with here. Can't wait to see the Perennial Bean come up. That is the polystachys, which is thicket bean. And then we have ground nut on this one and that one. My gutter is overflowing, so you'll probably hear that. Hopefully this is doing the overflow finally, but it might not since some of it's in the shade. This is set up to water because it basically needs a marsh. It's set up to water the persimmon tree, which we'll see how well it overwintered. It looks like some bunbuns got in my engagement and nipped its tips. That's okay. It's loud. It's doing okay in there. Otherwise, it'll be interesting to see how long it takes the Mioga ginger to come up this year. It's right there. I had multiple of it by the end of the year, but since the roots will get pressed out if I transplant them during freeze-thaw season, I don't transplant anything in the winter, even during the thaws, because it'll just toss it. And then we have a crap ton of clay, which is good because that pond needs still a lot of work. I may end up caving and doing a cement lining, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. That's Northern Bay. Only some of them lived. But the ones that lived, they lived. It seems like the green alder branch did really well. And it seems like the hearty kale managed to be a hearty kale, so that's good too. At least 3 of them. Yeah, so those are homesteader kale from Experimental Farm Network. So that's how things are going at the cliffside here. I hope you're having a really good day. Thank you so much for visiting the cliffside. And as always, oh gosh, look at that puddle. I need to trench this and wood chip it deeply through here now, because the water does slow down here in a way that I don't want it to. So, yep. Thanks so much for visiting the cliffside, which is over there. And this has been permaculture with an Aldi's bag in my pond. Haha. Take care. Bye.